So what an opening round of the TikTok Women's Six Nations. It was a glorious sunny weekend and the rugby was exactly the same. Lots of you have joined my league, but if you haven't done so already and you would like to, then just use the link down in the description, or on the Fantasy Rugby just type in JG Rugby. Personally, I think I did okay for the first round, nothing amazing, but it was solid nonetheless. There were obviously some standout players who I missed out on, but let's take a look at how I did. So in the front row, I thought I was being smart here by putting in a hooker and a second row for Italy, as they're somehow down as props in the game. But it didn't quite work out, as well as other options might have. Italy obviously lost to France, which was expected, but I didn't expect to feel so irritated at not picking other players, like Dujgan. She scored 50 points, which was more than my whole front row combined. So she was definitely the standout pick here, and it hurt to not pick her. Lark Davis also disappointed me as well. I thought such a prolific try scorer would do well in a 50-point plus game, but no real bonus points for Davis. I was annoyed when Davis also came off and England had a drive-in maul right close to Scotland's line. What happens next? Yep, the replacement hooker goes and scores with her first touch. Absolutely unbelievable. In the second row, Crab and Friday were alright I guess, with 20 points each. Fall from France were probably the standout pick here, with woman of the match and also scoring a try. But second rows can be hit and miss. The back row was decent for me, Cleo being the standout, and then Gross who got over for a try. But Dorothy Wall fell short a little bit, having also lost to Wales. But 35 points in a defeat isn't actually too bad. Of course the standout was Marley Packer, who scored a hat-trick of tries, and I'm absolutely gutted that I didn't pick her, even though she was in the best team from last season, so I should have listened to that. Bevan at 9 didn't really perform very well. I expected a bit better seeing as though Wales actually won the game, so I'd definitely be looking at other options for next week. Duran was absolutely class. I really enjoyed watching her play. She ran the show and got good points from meters made as well, which is just great to see. And you all know how much I love meters made. I was also happy with my centre picks, especially Jacquet, who scored a very late try to bring my spirits up even more. The reason why I brought Jacquet in was because she was playing at fullback for France, but as a centre in fantasy. If she hadn't scored that try late on, the benefit of having her as fullback wouldn't have really paid off. But I'm thankful that it did in the end. And Emily Scarrett came back from a broken leg very well, and put in a great performance to be honest. Jones from Wales was probably the standout pick in the centres, scoring over 70 points. And finally, my back three, well, it was less than ideal. Castell and Considine were very average and were amongst the worst performing players in the whole week. But Abby Dow was great. She was my highest scorer this round and I almost made her my captain late on. So I'm happy with Dow and probably remains in my team for next week. On the bench, Newman could have probably done a little bit better, but that was just a hidden hope pick really. Parsons did well and I was happy with her return as a super sub, but obviously there were better options, like some of the England players and Boulard from France, who actually came on and scored. But I can't be too picky, Parsons did great. So that is the end of today's video. Let me know down in the comments how you guys did on the first weekend of the Women's Six Nations. I hope you're enjoying this Women's Six Nations content at the moment. I know that it doesn't get much interaction as much as the men's would have, but I hope you're still liking it and are still involved. Just to let you guys know, I'm actually going away this weekend, so I'll do my best to try and get a video out for you guys with regards to team selection for round 2. Even if it's just a post or an image of my team on the community page, but I'll try my very best for you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one very soon.